This is the hot seat. This is YouTube and the UniTec Digital Media channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are over 1,000 subscribers now, and we didn't even have to pull out the big guns and Mr. Ernie Lucy, who is our guest today on the hot seat. You're a man of many educational positions. Here's your first question. Tell us all your educational positions you've had over your educational career.
Okay, well, I first started out at the intermediate with AP. That was my first job. That's what I did in my first year. And then at the intermediate, I have taught science, social studies, language, but I spent most of my time teaching math. I taught math for 23 years,
Wow.
I believe, and now assistant principal at Parkside and the intermediate.
So you have two buildings under your control.
Right.
So typically, are you 50-50 or do you just kind of go where you're needed the most each day? How does that work?
It's every other day, and then
Yeah?
they split Friday. So
Okay. So when
Yeah,
you have a
50-50.
half day on Friday, one building just is lost, I guess, right?
a little bit. They don't
Okay.
get as much time. Yes, they don't get as much time.
Do you like the administrative side of things?
It's been interesting so far. I have
Yeah?
enjoyed it. Working with Dr. Madeline and Dr. Lynn has been great.
Absolutely.
Great people to work under. Yeah.
I've talked to some people in education, and they are of the belief that every classroom teacher should at some point become an administrator. What do you think about that?
I don't know. It's probably not for everyone.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not for everyone, because
Yeah,
some people don't like to, reach out and call parents and
right.
do the, I guess, the negative side of things as much. So
But you can handle that, can't you?
yeah, we've done okay so far.
Okay,
So,
very, very good. Very good. Where'd you go to high school? When'd you graduate?
I went to North County.
Yeah,
And I graduated in 88.
98.
88.
Oh, 88. Okay.
88, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought you were older than me. I didn't know you were younger
Yes.
than me. Cool. Who were some of your favorite teachers coming up through North County? Folks that you really enjoyed being a student of?
On the high school side, Kenny McIntyre,
Yeah,
a great teacher.
absolutely.
Richard Smith, he was a biology teacher, an advanced biology teacher, and that's what I had him for anyway. Miss Mitchell,
Yes, Mrs. Mitchell.
she's one of the best teachers I ever had. On the elementary side, probably Miss Carricker, my sixth grade teacher,
Yeah.
was one of my favorites.
So you were a Deloge guy?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Had Mrs. Carricker sixth grade, fifth
Yes,
grade? Yeah,
sixth
yeah,
grade.
sixth grade.
Yes.
Mrs. Carricker was great. Did she have like the Black Angus license plate, if I remember
Yep,
correctly?
yep. She talked about her cows all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very cool. Anything that you picked up from those teachers that you've used as a teacher yourself?
Well, from Miss Carricker, she was just like, she was caring. I thought she was fair.
Mm-hmm.
She treated like all the kids pretty equally, I believe. And from Richard Smith and Mr. McIntyre, they did a great job of teaching. Yet they were kind of laid back and made it fun. So
You have to make it
they
fun,
were,
don't you?
They were enjoyable teachers to have. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that people who aren't as good at math are better at teaching it because they understand what it's like to struggle a little bit? I'm
I
throwing
think-
all kinds of philosophical
Yeah.
questions at you today.
Yeah, I think anyone who has any struggles in any part of life
Yeah.
could be a good teacher of whatever field that would happen in. Yeah, they understand the struggles more than somebody just reading about it and talking about it. If you lived it, it definitely
Helps out, yeah.
definitely helps people out more.
Who are some people that you used to work with that you miss working with, whether they've retired or you've moved up
Oh,
and you're
wow.
like, man, I really miss working with
Oh,
that
wow.
person. Who
Yes.
give us some names?
Jackie Cooper,
Yeah,
Miss Cooper, she was
absolutely.
a wonderful teacher. Jack Poston. Cindy Murdoch. I know I'm going to forget somebody. That's going to be horrible.
That's okay. They know you're thinking of them.
Bill Farr, he just retired recently.
Yeah.
Um,
He's working for the funeral home now. Did you know that?
yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think he'll do really well at that. He's got a very calming presence.
Yes,
Huh.
that's a few I can think of right off. the
Right.
head, yeah.
Right. And what was your favorite subject in school?
Do we count like PE and recess?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. PE for sure.
Right.
Recess and I pretty much like pretty much everything except for wasn't a big writing person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that's
now
what
you
my son is best at. My son is-
really. That's crazy how that works out, isn't it? Very,
Yeah.
very good. What was your favorite thing to eat in the cafeteria back in the day?
Man, when they had that rectangle pizza,
Yes.
that was high on the list.
Uh-huh.
I always liked the chili and peanut butter sandwiches. Yeah.
And do you still dip your peanut butter in the
Yeah,
chili to this
still,
day?
Still got to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Still
It
have
is a
to do
regional
that.
thing.
They used to have some apple crisp that was really good.
Yes.
Yes. So.
I miss the peanut butter squares, and Joan Kelly
I remember
gave
those,
me
yeah.
the actual like recipe
for
to
that?
make for like 300 people. And one of these days, I'm going to try it and see how it does. But oh man,
Yeah.
that was so good.
I do remember those. Those were
Yeah.
good.
And then, of course, you spent your entire career at what they call the old high school, especially
Right.
the kids that are there now. So you had the Raiders Roost.
Oh yes.
And the bags of French fries we got up there were so much bigger than they are now, weren't they?
Yes. Yes. They had a great selection of junk food to eat
Yes.
from up there. Yeah. They had a great selection.
Those were the days.
I ate up there every day. I think.
Yeah, I think I did too. College life. Where'd you go? Where'd you go to college? What'd you do?
I went to Mac, and then I went to CMC, which is now Central Methodist University.
Okay.
That's where I went there. I stayed around here and worked while I went to college. So,
What are some of the non-educational jobs you've had in your life? What have you done?
well, I first started. I installed flooring with my brother. I did that for while I was going to college. That's hard on your body. Um, did some grocery store stuff.
What grocery stores you work at?
Used to be Country Mart
Uh-huh.
in Bonne Terre. I worked at Karsh's in Deloge.
Karsh's, yes.
And I worked at Farmington Building Supply.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked at Bonne Terre Whole Camps.
Okay.
Those are some of the different places I worked.
All right. Well, let's keep it local. What are some favorite local restaurants that you like to eat out at?
I like the market in Turtle
Yes.
Lake.
Oh man.
I like going out there. Hubs is good.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican restaurant out there by where the Huddle House and stuff is. I can't remember.
Oh, La Pachanga.
La Pachanga, yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. A few of my favorites there.
Absolutely. Favorite sport? What sport did you enjoy the most playing, and what do you enjoy the most watching?
I'd have to go with football on both of those
Yeah?
answers. Yeah, enjoy playing football and watch all kind of football. I'm kind of unlike some other people. Probably professional football is probably my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I like high school football and college football the best. But,
Who were some of the best football players that you played with or played against?
some of it was Ted Eaton.
Right?
You could throw
He's pretty
anything.
good.
You could throw anything to Ted Eaton, and he would catch it
Yeah.
anywhere near. He was one of the best players that we had. Todd DeBlois, he was same age I was. He wasn't a very big guy, but if you came his way, he was taking you down.
Yeah.
So it's a couple off the top of my head I can think of that were.
And then over the years, watching Raider football, who were some players that you've enjoyed watching?
P.J. Jones, of
Yeah.
course, he was a great one. Ricky Neely,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Lotes, Cuervo.
Ricky Quevro.
Ricky-
Quevro,
Well,
yes.
he ran very hard.
He did.
Um,
Wore the gold shoes, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course, Jeremy McDowell,
Mm-hmm.
and just that whole group, they were fun to watch. With Jeremy, yeah.
Yeah. Jared Embry and
Yeah.
those guys were We're very, very good.
Very talented.
Made it all the way to the Dome. And we're kind of going through a bit of a golden age of North County football right now,
Yeah,
too, right?
everything's going pretty well, right?
Yeah, looking really, really good for the North County Raiders so far this year. What do you like to do in your spare time? What are some hobbies? What takes up your summers?
I'm kind of a guy who likes to fiddle around with stuff a little bit. I like landscaping.
Yeah.
I like to kind of do stuff with my hands. We're actually building the house right now, almost to the finishing stages. We have done quite a bit of remodeling. I like to do that. Listening to music, that's really high on my list. I have no musical talent, but number one thing is probably listening to music. That's probably what I enjoy doing the best. But
Give me 3 or 4 of your favorite bands or artists.
well, that's kind of a mood thing, but
Yeah?
it just depends what mood I'm in. And I listen to all type of music. Big fan of Boston. Like Boston a lot. And if you want to go a little more harder rock, you might go. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan.
Absolutely.
Like Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
So I'm just all over the place
Yeah.
with the music.
Do you like many country artists?
I was gonna say Def Leppard was one of my big ones when I was
Sure,
growing
yeah.
up.
Pour Some Sugar on Me was
yeah.
what? High school, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like the ones before that even. Pyromania.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Photograph, Rock of Ages. Those. Yeah. I like a lot of the artists from the 80s.
Best concert you ever went to?
Best concert I ever went
And you
to.
can list 2 or 3 or 4, if something comes to mind.
Actually, I went to see REO Speedwagon and Styx, and I was really looking forward to REO Speedwagon, and I was kind of on Styx,
Yeah?
and Styx was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
and I
And
went,
Dennis DeYoung was there too? Like the
yep,
whole
yep.
whole lineup. Okay, great.
and then I went to see the Who.
Yeah.
Farr actually won some tickets to go see the Who like 2 or 3 years ago. Still wonderful.
Yeah.
They're older guys now.
They are.
They still ran around the stage. Lead singer had his shirt off.
Yeah.
Still in good shape. It was unbelievable. Man, I've seen a lot of great Boston. I've seen Boston in concert, and they were awesome. Seen a lot of country artists. Eric Church is probably my favorite country artist. that I've
Oh,
seen.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Great selection
Yeah.
there. If you could have lunch with a famous person from history, who would you like to sit down and have a meal with?
That is quite a question. Oh, man.
I mean, all time. It could be
I know. That's
living
a
or
hard
dead.
question.
I know, right?
That's tough. I'd probably go somebody musical, probably.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Well, you
Okay.
mentioned Led Zeppelin a while ago. Maybe
Yeah.
John Bonham, since he's
Yeah.
no longer around, might be a good one. Although I've heard Robert Plant's stories are better.
Yeah, probably. Could go anybody. Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Elvis. I don't know.
Elvis seen some things happen.
Yeah.
He
So-
can tell some stories. Excellent. Here's the question that everybody always enjoys. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Would have to be somebody with gray hair.
Well, they can dye it.
Wow, I don't know. Wow, I really have no idea. Probably go with somebody funny, but
Right?
let's go a different way and say, hey, about Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald. Yes. Yes. Dirty Work. Remember the movie Dirty Work? I love the movie line scene where he does that to Artie Lang in the very beginning of that movie.
So-
And some of the funniest sketches of all time on Saturday Night Live. His Burt Reynolds
Oh,
impersonation.
yeah. Jeopardy, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So Norm Macdonald, that's a great pick. I like that.
This is something different.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll get you out of here on this question. If you are becoming a junior and you're coming to UniTec, what program would you like to take?
They have a lot of great programs here. I would probably go something with hands-on. Anything from like electricity, any type of thing that has to do with carpentry, possibly.
Yeah.
Auto mechanic.
Okay.
What you're doing in this room right here.
Yeah,
That might
yeah.
be fun to do.
Absolutely.
Graphic design.
Right?
A lot of great options.
Well, we appreciate
A lot
that.
of great options.
I would assume the electrical, though, would be nice for the remodel projects, being able to do that yourself real
Yes,
quick.
yeah, save some money there.
Very, very cool. Well, you are officially off the hot seat, Ernie Lucy.
thank
Thanks
you.
so much for coming up here today.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me.
All right, that's Ernie Lucy. He is the assistant principal at both Parkside Elementary and Intermediate
That is
Elementary.
correct,
He's got
yes.
the old Jeff Colley job going back and forth between those two buildings, helping out lots of kids and teachers. And he's our guest today here on the hot seat on the UniTec YouTube digital media channel.